guys, welcome to this episode of Jake Makes. We're testing the PVC Slingshot Rifle. I also apologize ahead of time for the audio. It's windy outside today, and there's no way I'm putting this off for another day. Bummer. Now, if you've been following this series, you know by now that it actually does work. So in testing it, we're not really just testing it, we're more just having fun. Because it actually works, finally. Oh dang. Slingshot ammo. I have got some 1/2-inch steel balls. These are really stinking awesome. I want to do a video shooting these out of my air gun, my PVC air gun, because I like them. Alright, now, I don't think I can hit anything yet. I took off the scope because I didn't seem to be able to get it sighted in, so I just have to learn how to aim it without the scope. Hey, that wasn't bad. Alright, now to cock it, put your foot in the stirrup, like that. You pull the loop down here, sit it at the bottom of the pouch, grab it with your hands, and pull it back. I hope you can see. And hook it on the trigger. Stick the ball in the pouch, and you're ready to fire. These 1/2-inch steel balls are a bit heavy for this. I could probably squeeze a bit more power out of it if I shorten the bands, but after tying and retying them for about 100 times, I came to the sudden realization that I was actually quite happy with the power as it is. You would do better with 3/8 or 1/4 inch steel slingshot ammo or lighter stuff. This stuff is really too heavy for this.
Now, I'm obviously still learning to aim with this thing, but let's learn to aim by trying to hit a soda can, an empty soda can, which is no longer empty, because I filled it with water. I fired way too many shots at that thing. I can't seem to hit anything. As you can see, there's not really any sights on this. I somehow have to basically line it up like that somehow, and it's not really working. I don't really have any other kind of sight system besides a scope. Maybe a red dot would work for this, I don't know. Anyway, let's see if I can rig up some kind of sighting system on the front of this. Might be a bit better. It'll give me a front sight at least, and I'll be able to move this copper thingy back and forth depending on where I see it needs to go. Alright, now let's try again. Oh, that was close. Let's see if I can hit that can.
Yes! Finally hit something. I really don't know why I'm having such terrible accuracy. The shots seem very inconsistent. I really have no idea why. You asked me a question about knives, I can answer. You asked me about slingshot rifles, I say...
I don't got nothing.
I don't know. So, you want to move on to arrows now?
Say yes.
So guess what? You know how I made this beautiful flip-up arrow rest there? Yeah, beautiful, awesome flips up and everything. Apparently, I did not realize this. The arrow I was using to gauge distance and everything was actually a much longer arrow than any of the other ones I can find right now. Someone, a sibling perhaps, cut off that arrow so I can't use it, like cut it in half for some reason.
Really annoying.
But all the other arrows I can find are, guess what? Too short for this gun. Because this gun is stinking long. I made it too long. Can you believe that? I'm really annoyed at myself right now. So I'm going to have to jury rig an arrow rest really quick. Now I can shoot arrows. Oh, that's cool. Well, that was pretty boring. That also did nothing. That was a beautiful miss.
You know, it's extremely difficult to stand by and watch myself miss and then have the balls bounce off this thing. When you have one of these just sitting here.
Alright guys, I can't seem to hit the broadside of a barn with this thing, or rather the broadside of a tin can. I could probably hit a barn. I have no idea why, but the shots seem to vary quite a bit. The shots seem very inconsistent. I don't get it. I don't know. I will say, if you guys try to build one of these, figure out some sort of sight system. The scope didn't work. Maybe stick something on the front of this like I did with the branch, except something more permanent. Obviously, make yours a bit shorter so you don't have to create a extra arrow rest. This thing's not really good for shooting arrows. As you saw, they were a bit weak. These bands, they're not powerful enough for arrows, plain and simple. If you want to make an arrow shooting gun, use like layered TheraBand gold, or use spear gun rubber or something. This is a slingshot rifle. It can shoot arrows, but it doesn't do it very well. I think I must have burned through 150 of those half-inch steel balls doing this. Hopefully this is still a mildly interesting video to watch. But this is all for today, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next episode of Jake Makes. Jake out.
Oh, and like and subscribe too. That would be very much appreciated.